Welcome to Drift. I bring you good news today. As usual, I deal with refusal issues. A lot of people are being refused Canadian study permit, and the major reason is based on financial issues. Sometimes they state it that your asset and your financial situations are not sufficient, or they said without working in Canada, we don't believe that you can be able to cover your costs, whatever is stated anyhow. But once you just see that you are rejected based on financial reasons, whether they state it in one sentence, two or three reasons, it doesn't really matter. This video is for you. One of my, as usual, one of my subscribers reached out to me. She said that she was refused visa. She applied for her and three of her kids and her husband, and they were refused visa based on financial reasons. So when she reached out to me, we started the process. Now look at your screen to see, number one, our conversations via text, number two, to see the refusal later, and number three, to see the response when she got her visa and how she sent her testimonials, to see her testimonials, so that you know that we are working with evidence. Now, so what I want to do in this video is to state how I wrote the letter of explanation that got the visa reapplication approved, how the study permit was approved after she was initially rejected. So please click the notification button, like, subscribe, and share so that people will be notified on what is happening. And we want to reach thousands of subscribers. We are just above 1,000. Please help your guy. Let's make these things work. And then if you want to reach out to me, check the description below. You will see my details, so that in case you want to reach out to me. So I'll be reading the letters for you one by one, and I'll read it everything in details. So just hold on and listen very carefully while I read the letter to you. So she was rejected based on financial reasons, and it was three reasons stated in different ways. Three reasons. So number one, they said that the reason was that your asset and financial situation are insufficient to support the stated purpose of travel for yourself and any accompanying family members if applicable. So, but I started with an introduction. What did I say? My name is ABC with passport number -- admission number -- I'm a graduate of University, where I studied and graduated with a bachelor's in -- consequent upon which I embarked on a National Youth Service Corps program in a state where I put to practice all that I have learned. I've been offered admission into the Masters of Management at the University of Niagara Falls, Canada, to commence on the 1st of October 2024. The said program is due for completion by the 1st of April 2026. Then I put in bracket 18 months. So that was the introduction. You can see the introduction. And then the next thing I did is my journey. The next heading is personal motivation. So there's an introduction, there is personal motivation. I said my journey to pursue a Master of Management at the University of Niagara Falls, Canada, is a story of ambition, professional growth, and desire to expand my horizons beyond the familiar landscapes of Nigeria. Full stop. As a graduate of the University of with a bachelor's in I have always been driven by the passion for excellence and the thirst for knowledge. This drive led me to establish Nigeria Limited. You can see we're talking about the personal motivation now. Talking about we introduced her and then talked about what motivated her to do what she's doing. A successful surveying company that has been serving diverse clients across Nigeria for over 7 years, 10 years. You tailor it to suit your needs. And don't forget that if you want me to write it for you, it's paid. Some of you, let me just take a pause now. Some of you now will reach out to me and they'll say, please, can you help me to write the letter of explanation? I'll pay you 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. These things take days. You have to crack your brain, look at the person's life holistically and write it. And don't use ChatGPT, don't use AI. You're going to be caught. All right. Meaning, dash 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 Nigeria Limited, her company, has been an exhilarating and educational experience, from navigating the intricacies of cadastral surveys to ensuring compliance with regulatory bodies like dash dash dash. I have gained invaluable insights into the world of business management. However, as our company grew and client base expanded, I began to recognize the need for advanced management skills to take our operations to the next level. So you see, this paragraph I was talking about her company and how the expansion of the company led to her need for more education. So the experience was exhilarating, it was mind blowing, and she needed an advanced knowledge. So this is still part of the personal motivation. So this realization coincided with my growing interest in international business practices and global management strategies. You can see that she's going for a business course and she's a surveyor. So we need to be able to fusion why somebody who is a surveyor will now go to study business. Because there's a level you get to in business whereby you now have to transition to management, where you have reached the height of your career. Do you not get? I've found myself increasingly curious about how successful companies around the world operate, innovate, and adapt to changing market conditions. It became clear that to truly excel in my field and expand my business, I needed to broaden my perspective beyond the Nigerian context. So the Master of Management at the University of Niagara Falls caught my attention for several reasons. Its comprehensive curriculum. You can see we have started now putting these things, this personal motivation is also talking about why the course. Why? We have now delved into the curriculum of the course, showing the visa officer that I know the course I'm studying. I've gone to these things. It's going to help my career. This course, so it's showing the visa officer that you have the knowledge. You are aware of what you are doing. You're not just a novice. So, which I believe will provide me with a solid foundation in advanced management techniques, strategic thinking, and global business practices. Aligns perfectly with my professional goals. The university's location in Canada, a country known for its diverse business landscape and innovative approaches to management, offers an ideal environment for learning and growth. Moreover, I am drawn to the program's emphasis on practical, hands-on learning. As someone who has built a business from ground up, so we're talking about the course, talking about the country, mixing them together. You don't have to be saying why Canada, why course, all those elementary things. You don't have to do that. You just go and copy a template from somebody and say why Canada, why course. Those are for amateurs. So I value the opportunity to apply theoretical knowledge to real-world scenarios. I'm excited about the prospect of engaging with case studies, participating in group projects, and potentially even interning with Canadian businesses to gain first-hand experience of international management practices. You see, we're not talking about how the prospect of having hands-on experience, doing internship, having world-class experience for the proposed course of study. Then as I stand on the cusp of this new chapter in my life, I am filled with excitement and determination. The Master of Management program at the University of Niagara Falls represents not just an academic pursuit, but a transformative journey that will shape my future as a business leader. I am ready to embrace the challenges, absorb new knowledge, and forge connections that will last a lifetime. However, my choice to study management at the University of Niagara Falls, which is a carefully considered decision that aligns with my professional aspirations, personal growth goals, and desire to contribute meaningfully to the business landscape in Nigeria and beyond, met with stiff rejection on a 3-count charge as follows. It met with stiff rejections on 3-count charge. So those 3 counts are the rejection reasons. Can you see how I introduced it and I talked about the reasons why she was rejected? Number 1, your assets and financial situation are insufficient to support the stated purpose of travel for yourself and any other family member. Number 2, I'm not satisfied that you have sufficient and available financial resources without working in Canada to pay the tuition fees for the course of your program of studies that you intend to pursue. Number 3, I am not satisfied that you have sufficient and available financial resources without working in Canada to maintain yourself and any family members who are accompanying you during your proposed period of study. You can see we have listed the 3 rejection reasons, and now we want to go to start responding to it and what we have done differently. So this is how I started it, with a confidence that this program will equip me with the skills, knowledge, and global perspective necessary to take my career and my company to new heights. And on that note, I write to apply for my study visa. Even if, no matter who you are, reading this thing, I am still in personal motivation, telling you why I was rejected, why I want to reapply and stuff. So I'll start dealing with that in the next section of this video. So for now, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, relax. This time to take a cup of water before I begin. I need to even relax and take a cup of water. All right. Let's go into the rejection reasons proper and see how I was able to address the refusals and why the success was attained. So the ground rejections, how we are going to write it is ground rejections 1. So we said your assets and financial situation are insufficient to support your stated purpose of travel for yourself and any accompanying family members. So this is how I now addressed it. The response: the sufficiency of my assets to foot my bills. The sufficiency of my assets to foot my bills. You don't just go and say, give a good heading. Give a proper heading. The sufficiency of my assets to foot my bills. And I said, as the managing director of Nigerian Limited, a surveying company registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria and established in April 2017, Nigerian Limited has been providing comprehensive surveying services for over 7 years, ensuring a consistent and reliable source of income. Our firm caters to diverse clientele, and including private individuals and corporate entities across Nigeria. So you see the introduction about the business and talking about, so know about your business. What do you do? If you're into welding, if you're into manufacturing, if you're into anything, say, my business is into manufacturing, and we manufacture this, and we do this in Nigeria. So she's a surveyor, and that's what she's talking about. And that's what we wrote about her, right? The cornerstone of our operations lies in conducting cadastral surveys, which are regulated by the Surveyors Council of Nigeria and the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. These regulatory bodies ensure the highest standards of professionalism and compliance. The pricing for cadastral surveys is determined by a stipulated scale of fee based on the square meterage of the land, ensuring transparency and fairness. You can see I went further to talk about the mode of operation of the business in Nigeria, the modus operandi. So how do you carry out your business in your location? If you're a caterer, you say, okay, ABC Catering Services is involved in cooking, baking, doing this one, doing wedding events and the rest. And then in Nigeria, we have an association, we have this, we have that. Just talk about your business to show that you are actually into it. Then this is what I now said. I said, right. And I said, this is another paragraph. In that state where I practice, 75% of the survey costs, as outlined by the NIS scale of the fees, is initially deposited into the NIS account. This amount is then remitted back to the registered surveyors at the end of each month, proportional to the number of survey plans produced by each surveyor. After statutory deductions, this systematic approach not only fosters accountability, but also ensures the integrity of financial transactions within the industry. Our business operations are thoroughly documented and transparent. The average annual income from cadastral surveys after statutory deductions by the NIS is approximately 32 million naira. These funds are deposited into our GT Bank business account, further illustrating the financial stability and growth of our enterprise. Additionally, our business contributes significantly to the revenues of the Surveyors Council of Nigeria and the Dash State government. Can you see it? On the average, Dash Nigeria Limited, that's a company, generates an annual net income exceeding 40 million naira after accounting for all expenses. This income is further supplemented by fixed deposit investment, ensuring a robust and diversified financial foundation. I have attached copies of relevant invoices and documents from NIS to substantiate these claims. I want to emphasize that my survey business is conducted in strict adherence to the regulations and oversight of SUCON and NIS. The transparent payment processes and monthly remittances affirms our commitment to maintaining the highest standards of financial integrity and professional excellence. So the next thing, this is just about the sufficiency of our assets to foot abuse. The next thing we talked about was our fixed deposits, and then we talked about funding, and then I talked about tuition payments and living expenses. And these things are long. Then I now went ahead to talk about explain the lump sum, and then financial analysis, breakdown of available fund, postgraduate plan, and then ties to home country. The ties to host country has to do with our family responsibilities and emotional bonds, management of our surveyor business, real estate investments, and extended family ties. So if I stay here reading everything, it's going to bore you. It's going to take like an hour. So just in case, this is just what we did. And then she was granted visa again, her and her 3 kids and her husband. Like you see, I've shown you on the screen the evidences of this work that I did. Now, what you need to know is that if you need me to write your statement of purpose, send me a mail to dryphtagency@gmail.com. Send a mail, and I'll respond to you, and it will be done within 7 to 10 days. Is that okay? Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button until I bring another content again. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you.